Y'all, what's up? It's the Electrical Code Coach, and this is the Electricians in Action, where we get together and we talk about the code every morning before we go out and fight the good fight. You can catch the EIA every day at 9 a.m. Let's get to it.
All right, y'all, I'm super pumped about this week's video series. This week, we're going to be dealing with aluminum wiring. Now, this is aluminum service wire right here, but this week, we're primarily going to be dealing with aluminum residential home wiring. I don't know if you know this, but there was actually a period in time where they used smaller gauge wire to wire switches, receptacles, lights, and everything else. We're going to learn about the do's and don'ts and why they probably should have never did it in the first place. So, as you see in our little picture here, that pretty much every house is going to be wired with copper as far as the smaller wires go, and a lot of homes are also going to have aluminum, but there still are houses on the market today that were wired during that time period that contain aluminum wiring. So on the left hand side here is going to show some of the smaller gauges of wire, and we're going to learn more about that in depth this week. And on the right hand side are some of the disastrous results that occurred from the aluminum wiring. This week we're going to learn things like the fact that breakers are stamped with or without markings stating that you can or cannot use it. Like this device right here, if we look right here, it's good for copper and it has a slash through the aluminum, so it's not rated for aluminum at all. And if we look at this device right here, this is actually an arc fault breaker by Siemens. If you look right here, it states that it is good for copper and aluminum, and it shows the wire range that it's actually good for. I thought that was really interesting right there. Another thing that we're going to touch on this week is we're going to talk about antioxidant paste, whether you still need it, you never needed it, if they would have used it in the past, would they have been okay? And we're going to talk about the ins and outs with this. So super excited about this video series here, and I cannot wait to jump into it with you. Before we get off here, if you want to hit that like, subscribe, notification bell button, you can stay tuned in for all of our videos. I am the Electrical Code Coach. I'm here to help and see you win. Let's get to it. All right, y'all, that's it for today, but you can catch us tomorrow morning at 9 a.m. for another episode of the Electricians in Action, where we get together and talk about the code every morning before we go out and fight the good fight. Let's get to it.